kitchen cabinets can feel overwhelming because you're making a decision you'll live with for a long time, and unlike paint colors, you can't easily change your mind. So today I want to talk about 5 cabinet choices, both styles and finishes, that have proven themselves over time. I'm not saying these are the only options or that they're perfect for everyone, but they've been around for decades and they're still working in kitchens today. So the first choice is probably the most common: white or off-white shaker cabinets. Shaker cabinets have this simple recessed panel with a flat frame around it. They've been used for over a century, and the reason they work is because they don't fight with anything else in your kitchen. They're simple enough to work in a traditional space, but clean-lined enough for a modern kitchen. White specifically stays popular because it brightens the space and appeals to almost everyone, which matters if you're thinking about resale. Now here's the trade-off. Soft whites like Benjamin Moore White Dove or Sherwin-Williams Alabaster are easier to live with than stark pure white. They feel warmer, but white cabinets will show dirt and smudges more than darker colors. So the nice thing about shaker style is you can refresh them easily, change the hardware, paint them a different color if your taste changes. The simple profile make them very adaptable. Now, the second choice is natural wood, stained or clear finished hardwood. If you love the look of wood, this can be a great long-term choice because it brings warmth and texture that painted cabinets can replicate. Every piece of wood has unique grain, so there's character built in. Natural wood also hides wear better than paint. A painted cabinet shows every chip and scratch. Wood can be much more forgiving. So the key is choosing the right tone. Light to mid-tone stains like maple, walnut, or lighter oak that age better than heavily orange or red tones. Those orange tone oaks from the 90s and early 2000s, they feel very dated now. And wood is refinishable, so if your taste changes or the finish wears, you can sand and restain so you're not locked in forever. Now the trade-off: wood cabinets can make a space feel darker. So they work best in kitchens with good natural light, and they need proper finishing to protect against moisture. Now the third choice is neutral painted cabinets in light gray, greige, that's gray beige, or taupe. These colors give you sophistication without the starkness of white. They hide wear and dirt better than white, and they pair beautifully with good wood tones, stone countertops, and different hardwood finishes. Colors like Revere Pewter or Light Dove Gray work because they're quiet. They don't demand attention, which means they don't tire you out over time. Now the trade-off: you need to pay attention to undertones. Some grays lean blue or purple, some lean warm. So make sure the undertone works with your lighting and other finishes in the space. So you can test samples on your actual walls before committing. The great thing is that these neutrals are subtle enough that they'll still look good in 10 years, but they're not as universally appealing as white if you're thinking about resale. Now the fourth choice might surprise you: navy or deep blue cabinets. I know you might think, isn't that trendy? But deep blues have been used in kitchens for a long time. They add drama and contrast, but they still feel classic, especially when you pair them with brass or natural materials. The way to make this work long term is to use it on lower cabinets or an island with white or wood uppers. That gives you the impact without overwhelming the space. Now the trade-off is that navy makes a statement, so you need to be sure you love it. It can make a space feel smaller if you don't have good lighting, and darker cabinets show dust more than you think. But if you're drawn to color and want something beyond white and gray, navy has proven itself. Now the fifth choice is raised panel cabinets. These have a center panel that's raised above the frame. They add depth and dimension, and they feel traditional without being fussy, assuming you keep the profile relatively simple. Raised panels work in painted finishes, white, grays, navy, or in stained wood. The thicker construction makes them durable and resistant tend to warping. Now the trade-off, raised panels have more detail than shaker or flat front, which means more to clean. The grooves collect dust, and if you go too ornate with the profile, they can start to feel dated. So the key is choosing a simpler raised panel profile, not the heavily detailed versions. So think classic, not elaborate. And here is something important. The style and finish you choose matter, but the quality of construction matters more. Well-built cabinets with quality hardware, proper joinery, and good finishing, those will outlast cheap cabinets in any style. So you're better off with simpler, well-made cabinets than trendy, poorly made ones. So look for solid wood or quality plywood construction, fall extension drawer glides, dovetail drawer boxes. These things determine how your cabinets hold up over time. And before you replace cabinets that are structurally sound, consider whether refinishing or repainting might work. Good bonds are worth keeping. So those are 5 cabinet choices that have proven staying power: white shaker, natural wood, neutral grays and taupes, navy, and simple raised panel. I'm not saying these are the only options or that they're perfect for your specific situation, but they've worked in kitchens for decades and they're not fighting against you. So choose based on how you actually live, your lighting, and what you're drawn to. And invest in quality. That matters more than any style. And if this was helpful, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. Okay, if this was helpful, I'd appreciate if you subscribed, and if you have questions about your specific kitchen, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.